You understand me? You're listening to me. You want to win the world title, you got to win these 2 rounds. Big. You understand? I need you to get in there now, and I need you to just rough this guy up. You got to stay close, okay? Look, use your jab to get in, though. Once you get in, just let your hands go. That's all it is. Move both hands.
Back step, jab, back step, and you'll catch him with the 1-2 the whole time. All right? Listen to me. You jab and back step him the whole round with a 1-2. Jab, back step, 1-2. Jab, back step, 1-2. You'll fit him the whole round, okay? We must win the next 2 rounds, Christian.
CompuBox numbers in the 10th round. More of the same. Christian, 38 out of 118. Juarez, 21 out of 72. John's 24 power connects in the round. The high for him so far.
You see, it's more of the same, Jim. How can one fighter who's outlanding another fighter in every round, seemingly 2-1, be losing a fight?
Well, of course, judges don't see those numbers. Judges don't count punches. Judges operate according to an impressionistic view of the fight.
And Juarez has landed some good punches.
In fact, he may have landed more ooh and ah type punches than has John. It's just that they have come at intervals as opposed to the constant flow that the Indonesian fighter has been able to provide. There's also the matter of Juarez's marked face, the cut above his eye, the blood, and sometimes judges score that.
You know, what catches the judges out at the time, too, is a guy, just a body movement of a fighter like Christian. He's moving, he's twisting, he's turning, he's very flashy, and it catches the attention of judges a lot, just his body rhythm.
Juarez's knockout of Barrios last September was his only knockout ever past the 10th round. Perhaps that's why Ronnie Shields wasn't asking for that, but rather saying win the last 2 rounds.
There's that hook to the head you mentioned, Emmanuel.
Yeah,
Juarez tried it and landed.
Yeah, there it is again. It's very seldom as they've been throwing it in the fight. And lately, he's been landing pretty active when he does punch.
Now, why did you say in the last round that you would tell him not to bother with body punches?
He's not going to, I don't think, stop this with any body punch. And if you haven't worn him down by now, forget about it. Everything I would say would be for going for a knockout.
It's a pretty good left hook right there to the body. But the point is that he's done the body work already.
It hasn't brought any dividends at this stage. So I would go off. He's got to do damage to the head.
High energy fight. 3.5 minutes to go in the fight. Another good left hook to the body by Rocky Juarez, and a good straight right hand upstairs. Another Juarez rally. Let's see if John can answer in the last 20 seconds of the round.
Rocky did come back to stop Barrios late last time out.
Crowd is on its feet.
So a very explosive 12th round. There you go. That's right.
What an effort. Neither fighter wants to take no for an answer.
Can't wait for these next 45 seconds to pass.
Last round. Listen to me, Rocky. No. I'm not. Listen. You hear that crowd? You hear that crowd? They want to see you knock this guy out, all right? Listen.
Back step and throw the overhand in the right hook. All right? Jab back step, 1-2. And throw the overhand, the right hook. All right, keep the jab going, mate. Keep the jab going.
And throw punches this last round. I need you working your hand, okay? Just let all I need you working your hand.
You must win. You keep on your toes. 1-2, 1-2. Last round.
CompuBox numbers through the 11th round show that Chris John has landed 127 more punches in the fight than Juarez. that he's thrown more than 300 more punches in the fight than Juarez, that he's thrown more than 100 punches in a round for each of the past 5 rounds. And still, the issue is not necessarily decided. Juarez landing the harder punches with an exultant home crowd behind him. High drama in Houston with a featherweight championship on the line.
And so far, John has taken a play from off the jabs in fights like this here. The flashier boxer with the faster hands usually comes back and pulls the fights out, usually. Whether it's Muhammad Ali or Sugar Ray Leonard, most of those fighters always pour it all on. And the movement really hurts the fighter who doesn't move that well in the late rounds when he's tired.
And this time, Ronnie Shields did ask Rocky Juarez to go for the knockout.
He's got to go for head punches, and every punch should have knockout written on it. No, the punches to the body like he's doing there are just wasted. Everything should be with full power to the chin.
Rocky had real momentum going at the end of the last round. He's starting to get it back now, heading into the second half of the 12th. John looks hurt by a left hook.
I believe this is the most hurt Chris John has been in the fight. Juarez with a chance. 1.5 minutes to go. Good right hand by Juarez. John coming back with a 3-punch combination. John takes a deep breath, trying to gird himself for the last minute. Straight left hand by Juarez.
Rocky's got him in the corner. He let him out.
Down the stretch they come in what has become a terrific fight. They're in the middle of the ring where John is faster and has the advantages. Juarez needs to come forward. John's corner is feverishly screaming at him to move and box, not to slug. Juarez stalking, looking for one last big left hook. John backs him off with 2 right hands. They're going to make it to the bell. Tremendous effort by both fighters. And the crowd is on its feet again. Very quickly, let's take a look at the identities of the 3 judges who will have to sort all this out. Raul Caiz, Sr. of California, 40 title fights. Had Calzaghe over Kessler, 117, 111. That was probably an accurate score or pretty close to it. Tom Miller of Ohio, 28 title fights. Pacquiao over Marquez in the second Pacquiao-Marquez fight by 1 point. That was the determining scorecard for that fight. And then Gail Van Hoy of Texas, 36 title fights. Juan Diaz, 116-112 over Michael Katsidis in what was probably also an accurate scorecard and a clear Diaz win. Harold Letterman, how do you have it?
Look at Jim, 116, 112, 8 rounds to 4, Chris John. Jim, I don't see how the judges can take it away from this kid. I mean, this kid really boxed through a zillion punches, kept that left jab working, through combinations, come over the top with a right hand. I mean, he just outworked Rocky Juarez. Rocky made it close with the last 3 rounds. I think he won at least 2 of them. But be as it may, Chris John had just too big an early lead. 116, 112, Chris John.
Let's go to Michael Buffer and find out who won the fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, special thanks to Samson Boxing for co-promoting this bout. Here in Houston, Texas, we go to the scorecards. All 3 judges scored the bout the same. Raul Caiz Sr., Gail Van Hoy, and Tom Miller have it 114-114, a draw. champion retains the title.
Well, the hometown crowd response is, of course, predictable, but in what was a terrific fight with sensational efforts by both fighters, probably not the most unfair draw we've ever seen. In fact, maybe not so bad. Jon holds on to his featherweight championship. Juarez falls short again in his fourth title shot, but just barely short. CompuBox numbers. Jon landing 138 more punches, throwing nearly 400 more punches, and landing at a higher connect percentage.